A very good morning and welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Owino and as usual I'm going to be your host for today. Now hopefully you had a very beautiful Saturday and Sunday. Of course yesterday was on Sunday and I know most of the people went to church, so we have to thank God for that. Coming back to our discussion, let me just remind you that if you are meeting for the first time, please don't forget to take a minute, go down there, click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, drop me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where you're watching this video from. Yesterday George Natembea was chased away. Let me just say that a group of people decided now to reject George Natembea. And I was watching that video and I realized something, that it is very much bad for someone to pay a group of 10 or 20 people and then they start shouting Ruto, Ruto, Ruto. It's like, it's like now they want to prove a point that Ruto is loved by the people of Western, unlike Natembea. Something that cannot add up. I was watching this video and looking at this, I realized that majority of the crowd are watching and only 10 of these guys are shouting Ruto. And so nowadays, all Boda Boda supporters are all Boda Bodas are William Ruto supporters. Let me ask that: is it that all Boda Bodas are William Ruto supporters, or what is going on? Because I'm really shocked, by the way. But there is something that these people fail to understand. These guys fail to understand that this was Kakamega. It was in a burial. And then this week, on Saturday, 8, there will be burial in Trans Nzoia of a very prominent person known as Chebukati. That thing these guys fail to understand, kabisa, that they are going to George Natembea's home ground. And of course George Natembea ameshika ground kabisa.
Wakati ya watu wachache wanakula na wengi wanaumia wakati wamekwisha. Wakati tunauza miwa lori mzima ni pesa ngapi? 5,000, ndio? Lakini ikifika kwa duka kilo moja ni pesa ngapi? 200. Lakini mkulima anapata shilingi 5 peke yake. Unaona hiyo kunyanyeza? Kukata miwa lazima uongane, si ndio? Ndio kuja wakati miwa inakaa kwa shamba lazima utoe 3,000 kwa trailer. Miwa yenyewe ipelekwe kwa shamba inapikiwa kwa factory. Mtu mkulima huyo anaumia, amelia taifa la Kenya, tunasema tumechoka, si ndio?
But truth be told, someone who is loved, someone who is known, someone who is straightforward, someone who has never done anything wrong to the people other than helping them, you cannot reject him however much you try. Now, I was watching after these guys shouted, they called George Natembea back. The crowd called George Natembea back to address them. And I have to commend those guys who did this job of kutulia. because they've proved William Ruto that however much maybe you'll be sending money maybe to be paid or for us to be paid, we'll take the money. Then after taking the money, we'll shout. But now what next? I'm normally failing to understand what these people normally think. After paying the goons to shout, or maybe after paying these people to shout, Ruto, okay, you want your name to be heard. We've heard your name. Then what next? That is the question. We've heard your name. We've shouted. People have shouted. Okay, you proved a point that people loves you. And then what next? Giving people 50 bob, 100 shillings, and then they shout Ruto for 2 minutes, and then they come and keep quiet. What have you gained? Is it really making sense, or you are the one that maybe you've lost your money? Because taking a look at this, it's like, these guys, they think that Kenyans can just be bought the way they want. They think that Kenyans can just be controlled. But of course, some people accept to be controlled. There are some people who normally accept to be controlled by the power of money. And I said this, and I'll say this again. One of the major things that is really affecting us Kenyans is poverty. And there is nothing very dangerous like poverty. Poverty can make you do some of the things that maybe you didn't even expect to do. Or poverty can make someone direct you or maybe control you simply because you have got nothing. Let's say, for instance, you don't have any money, like you don't have any dime. And then someone comes and tells you that I want to give you 500 shillings. And in these 500 shillings, there are conditions. There are terms and conditions to be applied. You don't have money. In fact, let's just say, for instance, that for the last 1 week, you've not eaten anything. Maybe what you've eaten is not what you wanted to eat simply because you don't have money. And then someone comes and tells you that I'm going to give you money. But this money, you have to work for it. How are you going to work for it? You have to do for me A, B, C, D. You don't have any option other than doing what the person wants simply because you need money. But now what if you had the money? What if now you're the person who is controlling your life, that, okay, like you have the money, you have everything that you need. Okay, even if you don't have a lot of money, but you have something that can sustain you. Do you think you'll end up doing things that people want you to do for simply because you don't have any option? You can't. So that is one of the major things that is really affecting us Kenyans. More so those people who are up countries. Up countries, this is one of the things that is really affecting. And then that mentality of huyu ametupa pesa, wacha tumshereke. Ama huyu ametupa pesa, sasa ni mzuri. You see that mentality? That this one has given us money, so huyu ni mzuri kuliko ile mwenye atupeagi pesa. That is how they normally see that. Simply because this guy normally give us money, now this one is the best person other than this person who don't give us money. And in up country, I realized, I was talking to one of my friends. He wants to become an MP, and so we were just discussing on a phone call, and I asked this guy that, what is your plan? Because the narration is normally is that if you have money, if you give these guys money, that is when they'll vote for you. If you don't give them money, however much you are a worker, however much you work, sorry, they don't see that. So they don't see the importance of the let me say that they don't see the importance of you working like for them. The only thing they see is the money that you give them, the 100 shillings, the handout, the 100 shillings, the 50 bob, the 150 shillings, the 200 shillings. That is more important to them than even you doing employment or development. Are you seeing? So that mentality, I think that is the mentality that even these politicians are normally taking advantage of. That Kenyans are fond of money than the projects. So they'll come, they'll come to you, they give you 100 shillings, you elect them, they go to the offices. Instead of using the money that they're supposed to use for development now, to do the development in the areas, or maybe give the bursaries and all that, they'll use that money, come again and give you 1,000 shillings. It is so much funny. Like, let's say, for instance, that a member of parliament is elected. Now, this is how this guy is elected. This guy comes, and then 1,000 of you, he gives you 1,000 shillings. That is, I think, that is 100,000, if I'm not wrong. Is it 100,000? That is, let's say that you cannot even be more than 1,000. Let's say that you are 100. For instance, you are 100, and then this guy comes and gives you 1,000 shillings. That is 100,000. Yeah, that is 100,000. So 100,000, then you sell your votes. You sell your votes for 100,000. And then after selling your votes for 100,000, this guy comes into office and then gets the project's money. Let's say, for instance, it's around 2.5 million. Now tell me, how much profit have this person made from only 100,000? You gave your vote for only 1,000 shillings, and then this one who comes and gets into office, and then the 2.5 million shillings for the projects or the development, this person takes it to his pocket. Who has lost? Are you the voter? You as the voter, are you the one that have lost, or the person that you voted? Who have lost? You're the one, because that is why you find out that there are no developments, there are no roads that have been built, nothing is happening in our counties, because the people that were supposed to elect, in fact, we are the people who did the mess. They came, we sold our votes, we sold our votes to them. After selling our IDs to them, we can't complain, because they gave us a handout. So that, I think that mentality, and I really don't know how it's going to, how this narrative is going to change. That a member of parliament, if a member of parliament gives money, or someone gives money, that is the person that is loved more than the person that doesn't give money. After all, guys, that was all for today. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But just a reminder, if we are meeting for the first time, don't forget to take a minute, click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, drop me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where you're watching this video from. Until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface Sabino. Bye-bye.